Good morning, everyone. I am Riya Sinha, your SST teacher. Today, we are going to our second chapter of geography, that is Inside Our Earth. As the name suggests, in this chapter, we will discuss about the interior structure of the earth, about rocks and minerals. Along with that, okay. Now we will start with a kind of comparative study, like if you have ever worked around with peeling an onion, then you will see there are concentric rings. Similar to the structure of onion, you have the interior structure of the earth. So as you can see, there are different layers which are visible in an onion when you have a cross section. Similarly, inside our earth, there are three major layers. The outermost layer is known as crust. Next to the crust is the mantle, and the innermost is known as the core. Now look at your book and see the content, whatever is given there. See, the first topic is given here, interior of the earth. Here, the uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust. Then after crust, a layer comes which is known as mantle, and the innermost layer of the earth is called the core. Now we will discuss one by one about each layer of the earth. See, first of all, we will discuss about the crust. The three which is known as the crust, the mantle and the core are further subdivided into two sections, that is the outer layer and the inner layer. So let's start the chapter. Here, first layer is the crust. As we know, crust is the outermost layer. So when we have the outermost layer that is visible on the earth's surface, which consists of mountains, plateaus, plains, different kinds of landforms, itself is known as the crust. Now this crust can be of two types. Means we can classify crust into two types, as one which is continent or land masses, or the other which is ocean or oceanic floors. Now one that form at the ocean is predominantly silica and magnesium, that is Sima, and the other that forms the continents is silica and aluminium, that is Sial. At the continent, you have much higher thickness, which is around 35 kilometer, in contrast to ocean, which is 5 kilometer deep. However, despite it is 35 kilometer and 5 kilometer deep, as we have seen, crust is considered as the thinnest layer among the three layers, that is the crust, the mantle and the core. So we have crust that is thinnest of all, and the arrangement is like jigsaw puzzle. So it's kind of pieces fitted together one into the another, as you can see the model of a plate tectonic, and you have the arrangement of pieces which could be seen one after the other. So for example, under the continental drift theory and the plate tectonics, if we can see, it is usually considered as a kind of single landmass. So you have parts of South America that closely fits with the parts of Africa and so on and so far. So we have jigsaw puzzle arrangement which can be seen as the Earth's crust. Here in a book it is given about the main mineral constituent of the continental mass, which are silica and alumina. It is thus called SiAl, Si for silica and Al for alumina. Then the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium, so it is therefore called SiMa, that is Si for silica and Ma for magnesium. Okay, now as I have said, the crust can be further subdivided into the upper crust and the lower crust. The boundary that separates the upper crust and the lower crust is known as Conrad boundary. And finally, between crust and mantle there is another layer of discontinuity. We call these Mahar discontinuity. Okay, then now we will start the next part, that is the mantle. So whenever we talk about mantle, again the first thing is the layer between the crust and the core. Between the crust and the core is known as the mantle. Again I am repeating it, listen to me carefully. The layer between the crust and the core is known as the mantle. Now mantle can be further subdivided as the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The boundary between upper mantle and the lower mantle is known as repetitive boundary. Now some basic characteristics of mantle is around 2900 km thick. It is about 85% by volume and 64% by mass of the total Earth. It is mainly made up of iron and silicates. So the main component of mantle is iron and then you have silicates. Again there is a basic difference between upper mantle and the lower mantle. Upper mantle is liquid in its state and lower mantle is solid in state. Upper mantle is the main source of magma, which is main reason of volcanic activities which we used to see, which happens usually because of the movement of molten magma or movement of tectonic plates. So you all have basic structure of mantle. Now see the content given in a book. Just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2900 km below the crust. Okay, so as we have seen the crust and the mantle, now we will discuss the core. Again we can divide the core into upper and lower core. Again upper and lower core is divided by a discontinuity which is known as Lehmann discontinuity. Core is composed of knife, in which Ni stands for nickel and Fe stands for iron or ferrous. It has very high temperature and pressure. It has around 15% of Earth's volume and 32.5% of Earth's mass. As we move from the crust towards the core, the pressure and density increases at the center of the Earth. See the content here given in a book. The innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3500 km. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called knife. Ni for nickel and Fe for ferrous, that is iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. Okay, so now we have completed our revision of this chapter. Not exactly the whole content we have covered. Rocks and minerals topics are still left. We will do it in the latter class. I am going to give you a homework in which you all have to learn each and every important point of this chapter. Till now we have discussed everything. You have to learn each and every point of this chapter. I am going to give you some of the definitions also, which you all have to learn. In the next class we will revise rocks and minerals, in which we will discuss about different types of rocks, characteristics of rocks, and what are the uses of rocks. So till then, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.